Okay, the battery ran down on my camera, so I had to start another video. In the meantime, I did go ahead and finish gluing on these parts right here. And then I wanted to show you that with the boots, we can put those on also with a pop dot, because we want that dimension there. So I'm going to do that. And then what I did with this one is I added, you can add glossy accents or crackle accents. I added crackle to this one. It's not yet dry. And that gives the boots a shiny appearance, and all you really have to do is just squeeze some out and rub it on with your finger to cover the area and let it dry. Okay. Also, while I was, then that's your soldier put together. But also, while I was waiting on my camera battery to recharge, I went ahead and was working on my banners. So I got those all inked up and got them stamped. And I wanted to show you how I was doing the banners. I'm going to have to do it upside down from you just so I can make sure I know what I'm doing and where I'm placing it. But I'll show you how I do that, so that it, it just, assembly line just really works really well. So what I did was I opened my archival ink and I stamped one stamp at a time on each banner. So I'm ready for a U here. So I take my U, ink it, stamp, and ink and stamp all the way down. Oh, that one's done. And you can do as many at a time as you want. I usually do about 4 or 5 at a time. And then you only have, if you have 10 of these cards, like I'm making 10 of these cards, if you do it this way, you really only have to go through that process one time each instead of 10 separate times. Because, how much easier is it to right here stamp 4 banners with a long sentiment without having to get out your stamps and your ink every single time, 10 different times. So those are done. So assembly line works really well when you're doing quantity. Okay, so let's put our card together. I'm going to fold my cardstock over, and I'm using a bone folder to make sure that I get a good crease and that I get the crease even. You could use a scoreboard for this, but this craft cardstock is really heavy, and I found that I do better just matching my edges and using a real nice heavy bone folder. This one is heavier than the one that comes with the scoreboard. This is quite lightweight, and this one is really heavy. Okay, so and then we're going to take our distressed piece of green cardstock, and I'm going to use a paintbrush. You can use a pencil or something, but I have about 300 brushes sitting right in front of me because I'm primarily a paint artist. And I'm going to take the edge of it and roll it up. And I think I want to get most of this edge, so I'm going to kind of straighten my angle out just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm also going to do it on the opposite corner on the top. Okay, I'm going to put a few little rips and tears here and there. Like that. Then I'm going to take my walnut stain ink and ink up my applicator. And I'm going to ink the back. You could just go like this, and it's a lot easier to get it. And I'm going to go ahead and go all around the edges on the back. And then turn it over and roll my edges back up again. Use your brush or your pencil to do that with. And then I'm also going to ink around the edges on the front of this paper. And see where I tore, then it curls it up when I do this, besides getting the ink on the back of it. And so we end up with our really distressed piece of music. Okay. The next step then is to adhere this to your cardstock. I'm going to use my roller because with such a dimensional piece it's easier. Okay, make sure that you are putting this on the right part. You want your bigger turn to be on the bottom. Going to kind of center this. Make sure it's stuck down everywhere. And then you can work with pulling your pieces back up again. Next is my banner. And I'm going to put the adhesive on the back of it as well. Whoops. I got off track there. So once you get all of these pieces prepared, then putting it together is just very simple. So I'm going to put that right about here. And I'm going to go ahead and bend this up so that it doesn't stick off the cardstock too far. Going to take our soldier, and you can use any adhesive you want to. I might be out. Oh, here we go. At least I'm not pressing hard enough. Okay. And then I'm going to mount him right here at that banner. You can cover some of your stamping if you want to. Okay, and there he is. Very impressive assemblage card with not a whole lot of work. It takes a little bit. The hardest part is getting the soldier done, but he's kind of fun to do, and it's not hard. If you have a lot of them to do your assembly lines. Get all of your pieces ready. Have everything ready to go. Just do each piece assembly line fashion. Make sure you've got everything all set. And once again, I've lost. Oh, here it is. Get your gunge board pieces set out and do each operation for each card all at once, so that you only have to do the process one time. Seems like it takes a little longer to do if you're doing that